Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're going to be playing Grit. Okay, so where we left off with our group was the day after. It'd be the day after Jade's incident.
Oh yeah.
She got.
She got shot.
Yeah, she got shotted pretty much point blank by sawing off 10 gauge.
A big hole in my body.
Yep, big hole. And then, which kind of upset Kent. People got to see another side of Thaddeus.
It was awesome.
Yep. And then. Let's see here. Then there was. Then we did have a session.
Torture?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The torture that no one saw, but they heard.
Sent somebody straight to hell. With
Well,
death.
You don't necessarily know if it was hell or what it was.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Like everyone's
We
like,
just know he got to get.
wait,
Torture.
no, only
Eternal torture.
only Frederick
Oh, that's
knows
right.
that.
Yeah, Frederick.
Only
has
he knows that.
So only Frederick knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But as an audience, we were petrified.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
R.I.P. the audience.
Dude was just trying to do his job.
Yep.
R.I.P. that dude.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start up right as you and Lady Death are stepping out of that room. All right, Frederick.
Mm-mm.
Okay, got it.
All right. So do you want to keep going down this catacomb, or do you want to go back up?
Oh no, we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we can go back up.
Okay. So she actually is kind of letting you lead the way.
Oh,
And then she
I
kills
see. I'm ready for the real world again.
Do you say that?
No,
Okay.
that's just what I'm thinking after last week, how it ended.
Okay. Well, you go up, and after you leave the catacombs, it's that interesting kind of like tree path with the flowers,
He was alone.
Yeah.
and then it kind of changes. And the interesting thing is it's almost like you get out of the shower and there's that haze and your eyes are focusing. Yeah. It's kind of like that when things shift.
Okay.
And what was that?
Oh, I do remember you told me that you'd want me to roll a lore for
Yes.
Lady Death. Did you want me to do that right now?
You totally can.
Roll.
Okay.
Roll.
Cool. Alright. I just have one success.
You have a single success? Okay. With that, you just have a vague recollection. You know that she's not a Loa.
Oh,
But
okay.
you heard the madam talking about her, just kind of offhandedly. But what you barely understand, she's still in the same boat as, like, you've got the Grim Reaper,
Yeah.
Baron Samedi, and Lady Death.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Like, they all have different jobs, but you don't necessarily understand the difference, like what she necessarily does.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can you can ask her questions on your stroll. You have this feeling inside that you're being kind of led back.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like there was one question I wanted to ask, but I just don't remember it.
Okay, because if you want to use this moment to ask that question, or if you want to ask it at another time, we can. So.
Playing with my fortune.
That's
my
really
single
deep.
fortune.
My
That's
single.
poetic.
Thank you. Ooh, yeah.
No, I'm good. I'll ask you again then.
Okay. Well, you're strolling, and then it's like you kind of appear in your room, and you see yourself laying there.
Well, I'm not on the train.
This is after the train.
Oh, right.
Can I be drawing a mustache on him? And he's
I think he
seeing
has
me
one
do
already.
this. He's
You're drawing
you're drawing
on the
something.
mustache?
I'm drawing something.
You're drawing a
talking about a
mustache
Seagal
on
On a
the-
mustache.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah,
You,
yeah.
have,
You could give him a
have
goatee.
Hansel
Yeah,
on
yeah.
you?
Wow. But you see yourself laying there, and then she just kind of, she like lays on the bed, and then like you just kind of,
I shaved his
you're
pants.
she lays there kind of looking at your body, as it were, and you just, everything goes black.
Okay.
So, and then it kind of goes into like more regular dreams. I'm guessing you probably would have like a mini nightmare of like the screams and wondering what was happening.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah. Okay. So that was that evening, but let's go to Tulak and like the days prior, because I
Okay.
keep like I've spent like a lot of time on different days and stuff like that.
Right.
What you were necessarily doing, like if you recall, you had implements to be making something
Yes.
associated with your culture.
Yes.
You didn't do all that great prior to game,
Right.
but you've had a lot of time now.
Mhm.
So, but prior to you actually kind of focusing, you're probably wanting to get more elements and stuff like that.
Probably. Yeah.
So you're gonna be wanting threads
Mhm.
to be sewing stuff. There's a person you probably know that has that.
That's right.
Yeah, but so
Yes.
but with like, it's your decision what this is going to end up looking like.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So what? I'll just kind of describe what you have. You have
Okay.
you've got some like red beads
Okay.
that outside of
Pretty
game look
Lily
very
or
similar
whatever her
to
name
someone's
is.
monocle. Inside of game, you've never seen that.
Some of those you make it like.
But they're beads
really
that look
nice, like,
kind of
yeah.
they look kind of like so it's,
Heather
and
initial.
it-
Heather- Sorry.
it's, as long as it's not overbearing for us listening in the future, because I think we're the biggest watchers. But
We're our own fan club.
I'll see myself later.
I'm wearing a T-shirt of myself.
I probably should get rid of mine. It's not narcissism if we're that much function. Okay, so you've got, and in your culture, how those beads are like usually after a battle of some kind with another entity. So
Okay.
that's how you've got a bunch of those. You
That
do-
I earned.
It's like
that is actually part, like you've been given the honor of being a warrior,
Mhm.
so you're supposed to make this to,
Right.
but you're kind of on a different quest than anybody else has.
Right. Right.
So
Keep
kind
it
of
in my
what
heart.
would you like this to look like? Like, do you want it to be like the stereotypical like chest plate that a lot of us white folk think of as a Native American one with the like the carved bone and everything, or are you wanting something else?
That's a good question. I want it to be two things. I want it to honor Tulok's heritage, but I also want to be able to put like a jacket or a shirt over it so it doesn't draw as much attention in a white man's
So do you
town.
want it like built into a vest then?
Yes.
Okay,
If that's
you-
an option, yes.
Yeah, it definitely is. You're definitely gonna have to talk to somebody because it's
Gotta be
merging
sorted.
merging implements.
Okay.
So
You're just gonna have to pay somebody to
I
visit.
wonder
Yeah.
who.
Let's do it.
okay, well, like and just so you know, I had not planned specifically that. So this is
Okay.
gonna be great.
We're gonna improv
Just
together.
1 second. Okay.
Unless Courtney wants to play this
I wanna go with.
Okay, so you
Wanna be
It's
you
like we're done playing today.
so you go you go to the in essence the tailors
Mhm.
and there's textile, there's
Mhm.
fabrics and stuff in there
Okay.
too. You definitely see like a sewing machine like out front.
Okay.
And behind the register you see someone the same height as Lily,
Okay.
like facing the other way, but they've got black hair,
Competition.
and they're
It's Lily's mom.
kind of dressed.
You said Lily's mom?
Okay, so
Hey.
but she's got like the exact same frame and everything, but she's wearing, it looks like buckskin and everything, and she turns around, it's Lily. She colored her hair. So, and she's wearing Native American dress.
Oh
no.
no! I was starting to like Lily, but now I don't know that.
That's
Nope.
culture appropriation.
Remember what
How
you
dare
you
you.
made a comment,
Yeah.
Cancel her.
Huh?
and remember her reaction.
Yep.
Being a younger individual, they usually just kind of go overboard.
Huh?
So, of course, you're gonna be surprised. So, and she brightens up and she's like, "Oh, you're back." And then she's just trying to play like, "Yep,
Cancel her.
yep."
Get Twitter out.
Too long.
Or time Twitter.
Yeah.
Tulock's 100% just
Telegram.
stunned.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially because he doesn't know what to do. He's not good at situations. Especially when she's So he's gonna pause and then he's gonna finally like stir himself, and Tulock's gonna try not to mention the change
Okay.
and hope that she just doesn't ever do it again. And so he's
Well,
gonna
But what
pull
if
out
it
Matter.
the
sticks?
Like, her hair is black now.
I
I guess
know.
the hair's okay.
Maybe
but
she can mention her hair.
I think it's the dress.
And not mention the dress. Well, Tulock's he's not that smooth, so he's gonna have to
Well, let me see.
his social standing, right?
No, it's in your personality.
I
Personality,
have an idea.
society, right?
No, just your score.
Oh, it's 9. It's not
You-
great.
No,
Decent.
you're actually decent.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you're better
Oh.
than me.
Wait, what is
Yeah.
it?
And
I thought 9 was
personality.
too
Oh,
low.
personality?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what's
like,
yours?
So it's just like really
Mine's a
good,
seven.
Mine's a
moderately
6.
good, or just like a little better than bad?
You're okay. With
You're
a
not
9, you get bonus damage.
Oh shoot! So he's like, oh okay. Well, let's.
You're above average.
My bad, audience. We're gonna back this up just about 30 seconds. He's
Okay,
gonna-
everyone. So Nathan's first role-playing game, by definition, really is this. So he's learning that those numbers on that page
They
mean something.
yeah.
Whoa.
They weren't just thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I don't even know how I happened to get good person. That's awesome. Good for him.
Because the way this system is, it actually makes you a lot more evened out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you-
So then he's gonna be shocked for a moment. He's not gonna say anything at first, and then he's gonna go, I like your hair, Lily. Question for you.
Ooh.
She goes super red and like
Oh,
starts
great.
playing with her hair and stuff.
Oh.
And she actually like cuts you off and she's like, I know you made the comment, and then she's looking down. Like, I can't do anything about my eyes or anything.
Oh!
Yeah.
Surgery!
Once
In
you-
steps me.
Oh my gosh.
You put like consoles
Tulock's gonna
Soul to another body.
yeah. Tulock's gonna pause for a minute. He's gonna go, well, I don't think you should change anything about yourself to meet somebody else's standards. I think that everyone's great how they are. Question
Goodness.
for you. I need to make some armor into a vest. Yeah, he's gonna just power through this. He's gonna power through this.
Okay, just roll a persuasion right off the bat.
You should have said she was pretty at least before you went into this.
I complimented her hair.
You said, I like your hair, so
I got,
anyway.
So anyway,
One success.
it's definitely a little flirty.
All right.
She's gonna say no.
She's not giving you eye contact for a while. So.
Oh.
Aww.
All right, but she's
Dang,
like, how?
look at Tulok being a heartbreaker now.
Yeah. So
You go.
how can I help?
Well, I was hoping to take this armor and build it into a vest so that it's not quite so conspicuous when traveling. And I was wondering if you could help me to sew it together.
It's like a little date.
And she just gets quiet, like she's definitely like looking to the right, like kind of behind you. Okay, and then does the hair thing. Just goes and like grabs like a vest that's roughly your size and starts double checking stuff because she remembers the measurements and everything.
She was very detailed with
Very
the
well
Yes,
built.
yes, she was. And then, oh man, you had one success.
I have an idea. Tulok's gonna notice that she's not happy.
Okay, just so you know, she is a non-playable character, so she has 1 dice to roll.
Okay.
She rolled an insight. She rolled a 2.
Ooh.
I don't know
She
what that
definitely
means.
has a focus in it, so she had 2 successes right off the bat. So she kind of read a little bit into.
I see.
Yeah.
You step up to a game.
I know. Well, I was just thinking. I have an idea here, but let's finish this first. And we'll,
But now this is your. You could actually just have her, like, what are you wanting on this vest now? So you're gonna be.
See, Tulok doesn't normally wear anything over the vest, so it would be a shirt.
Well,
with
no,
a
you
vest, so.
you don't even have a vest.
And you just have a
You
button
just-
up.
you
That's what
just-
I'm saying.
yeah.
Like he doesn't have anything to put over it, so it doesn't need to be crazy.
Well, you actually do have a jacket like a buckskin jacket, if you recall,
That's true.
which I don't advise wearing right now because it is near the end
Pretty
of June.
hot.
Yeah, very hot. So he's probably just gonna do a black vest, something very normal, something that's very average,
Okay.
and it's probably gonna have enough buttons and pockets and things to pass as sociable enough to go somewhere nice, as long as it's not too fancy. But it's not gonna be so fancy that it's not practical, because Tulok's pretty practical.
So I'll just go. It just has 2 pockets.
Yeah, probably just
One
in
in,
front.
yep, just in the front. It will be fitted, so it actually is secured. She's
Raising your waist a little.
Oh.
Yep.
This is one of the.
Yeah, but that's why you get tailored clothes, and so you actually, when you do wear it, you'll notice that it actually has just enough room that when you shift, it shifts around your shirt.
awesome.
What a do
Okay.
something. I have an idea.
And so remember, these are beads. So like, how are you? Like, are you? You need to have a pattern. Are you doing it on the inside?
Yeah, I would do the
Are you
beads on
layered?
the inside.
Are you doing like a double layer where no one can see it, or is
It's
this?
very thin, so if it were to get snagged, you'd be able to see the beads because I don't want it to be too hot to wear.
Yeah.
But it would have the 2 very thin layers of fabric on each side of the beads.
Okay, so the beads are inside. So, you start like, roll me a craft.
Okay.
Do you want to give me any doom?
Let
Your
me see.
craft is.
How much doom you have?
Not very
Sounds
much. It's not very much. That's actually not
I
too.
mean-
That's actually not too bad
This
compared
is
to what we
literally.
had.
This is all left over from your incident.
Yeah, I know.
Because I went through like
Yeah, you went through a ton.
stacks.
I know. I
But-
was sweating.
But that's why
Wow.
that's why
She's, like,
doom.
almost
traumatized.
died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's like. There's a lot of
Like for instance, like
Desert Frog, you just killing your character off right there.
there's ways to do it. But
That's one of them.
But the reason why, like you got hit in a specific location, I paid Doom to make sure that it was already prepaid the location. I paid Doom to make it so it was like it was unforgiving already.
I want that to happen again. So let's. No, I'm just kidding.
And then we ruined his
What?
entire plan.
I
Well,
know. I lived.
well, no, it didn't. You guys are the heroes. Yeah. So
I'll give you some doom so I can roll a 3rd dice.
Okay.
How much of this
I-
crafting depends on me, and how much of it depends on her?
well, let's see. Because you're starting to actually do like kind of weaving the beads together to be inside. So this is her, like she's sewing next to you because she's trying to understand.
Okay.
So because
Yeah,
there's only so
Tulok
much.
would know how to do this, even if he's never done it just on his own. He
Yep.
would know how.
Yep.
Okay, so my craft. Okay. Ooh.
I want Cedric to walk in at some moment.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Ooh.
I'm surprised.
Good
Yeah.
roll.
Fantastic. So you're actually going. You're kind of going a lot quicker than
Oh,
she
good.
is,
Okay.
and she's totally under. So and she kind of points out But I,
I just had to.
I really like group text. It's awesome. Okay.
Who did this?
I won't be able to see.
Yeah, they're gonna be able
Okay.
to. Okay. I really like doing stuff like that. Okay, so so she has an understanding. She actually kind of points out like how you should make 2 panels,
Okay.
and then she does measurements on what she's doing, and then you actually finish before she's done. She's like, I'll have it ready by morning, and not giving you like not
Okay.
looking at you or anything.
That's actually perfect for my idea.
because she's like kind of focusing in on this.
Okay.
Um,
What kind of a question for me as a player?
Yeah.
What kind of properties does this vest have? Do I know yet? Can I ask?
I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Because, okay, just, you did 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me,
I got a momentum.
yes.
Nice.
That's
Now,
either really good or really bad.
no, it's always good. Now, I guess you as a player should understand this. You get 2 armor soak
Oh, sweet.
and 2 courage soak. from
Oh,
this.
sweet.
But you did a momentum.
Okay.
Bump it up.
So I can spin it to pump it up.
It's gonna show your muscles off better.
She made it perfect.
It's not going on my arms, guys.
Yeah.
This vest?
What?
It must be.
What was that, Frederick?
I said it's gotta be a sleeveless vest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is for sure.
He's wearing
Yeah.
it without the shirt.
Okay,
Got nipples.
She would love that.
Okay, no.
they're too sensitive.
I don't want to shave.
Okay, so now with this momentum, we've kind of got to decide. If you could help remind me, Jeff, like when you're making a talisman, if you have extra momentum, isn't there momentum spends that we can actually make it have more courage or things like that? I don't think so.
Good question there, Frog. Oh, I hear I have it pulled up. Okay.
Yeah.
No. No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, so I've got this momentum, and I
But I
have.
don't like that.
I know. Okay, so when we're just at, for us as a, I think you should be able, because you rolled so well. And your what's your craft actually
It's
at?
8. Let me double check. It's 8.
8. So it's honestly not that good. So you rolled really well.
Ooh, I can help
I think.
with crafting. I have
Okay,
an idea.
well, that was craft. Now, actually no, that was for crafting. So this momentum should be used for your next roll for alchemy. Roll me an alchemy.
Oh gosh.
Because it's a talisman. I forgot about that.
You can take another doom because I'm gonna need some help.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a reason to come into the shop. Could I come in and help him somehow with
Well,
alchemy?
Well,
My alchemy's a 9 with a focus of
But
1.
if not, I still
here's your momentum,
Let
so
me
you
in,
can-
please.
Spend it for
if not, I still want to come into the shop
Okay.
because I have.
okay. So you can come in as
Okay.
he's working on this, and yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
2 successes, 3 successes. Is that an 18 or an 8? So that's 4 successes.
Nice.
4 successes.
Whoa! This is the best I've ever rolled in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, being that it,
He's just done this before, I guess.
so you're. See, what you're actually doing is the patterning of your weaving
Uh-huh.
actually means something.
Mm,
So
makes a little arrow.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Initials.
yeah, so that's, you're in the middle of that, and then you hear the door open.
Hello, my friends. I've come to get some help with sewing something on. I was wondering if you could make a little pocket right here above my heart for the love of my life. And then I whip out a small locket and I open it up. it's me, it's Cedric, and he's like this, and then on the other side it's Hansel's severed head. And I want to put it next to my heart. I was wondering if you could sew a pocket right here.
Just 1 second.
Does he get a fortune for that one?
I think that would be a negative.
Wait, hold on. I'm not-
Negative
Before I leave.
fortune.
If this was Dungeons and Dragons, I would have all of us roll to take psychic damage. But
I mean, you could still do it.
no, but she doesn't look at the locket or anything. She's like,
Oh.
okay, do you want it to match your vest?
Yes.
Is it on your jacket or do you have a vest underneath?
Vest underneath. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, he has
vest
a vest
underneath.
on.
Okay, and remember, you only have a left hand. You're
Yeah.
you're left-handed, and also I was going to talk
I mean,
to
I
you.
guess so.
Have you actually looked into the 1800s, the prosthetics that they actually had?
think
Absolutely
you-
astounding.
Right.
There was ones that they could actually pick things up by
Ooh.
pushing, because it was almost like a spring that they did. So you could look that up, and we could actually kind of figure out what kind
Okay.
of prosthetics you possibly would want to maybe create or something like
Okay.
that. It was very eye-opening to me, because the Civil War really took a lot of things, and so
A lot of
Oh
limbs.
yeah.
a lot, mainly limbs. Yes. Okay, so just leave the vest, and I'll do my best to match the pocket size, and then she
Okay.
just does like a measurement of it's for the locket to go
Mhm.
in there. And do you
It's
want
like-
it to be
it's
like a
small.
heart shape? Pocket?
No, not
Okay,
that bad.
just a okay.
See, but
and then
it's
and
just a
then
tiny
she asked
pocket.
that, do you want like a button areas for like a chain to come out, or do you just want it to be in the pocket?
Oh, if you have a chain, you can be like the fancy, like.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
that, I'll do
Okay.
that.
All right. She's just like,
So
um,
I give her the vest, and then I lean on the table and I go, by the way, you two look like you would make a great couple. And then I walk out real fast. Real fast, like a speed walk.
Yeah, the shoes are like shuffling.
You're
You're not helping me. You're not helping.
she was out helping, and then she just kind of like freezes, like staring at the wall.
Dang it, Cedric.
Yeah.
He's like, not
So you're done with that. So it's your decision while she's in this phase. You could head out or whatever.
You're like
So
skipping down the
Either.
road.
Because I have to wait to pick it up till tomorrow.
she said it
Top of the
can be.
morning, top of the morning.
Hello.
So you've got. See, the interesting thing, Jeff, is this thing has 2 armor soak and 2 courage soak. So I'm wondering, should it really
I think
have
as
been
you
the
injured
4
ability,
successes
you need
needed?
You'll never believe what I just said.
We're like,
Okay,
awesome.
no momentum is left over then. All right, cool.
Okay.
So then I've got a total of 4 courage soak, and then I've got
Nope, it's not stacking.
so it's 2. But then my character had 2 courage soak from.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on all that.
Oh, okay. So I'll just erase this.
Just put a 2 next to it.
Okay.
Like 2-2.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you?
Great question.
And it's only your torso that gets 2. Everything
So
else is
take the
1.
arm,
Yeah, because your arms are still.
Okay.
your biceps. are
And
so
actually,
big.
by definition, your chest would have 3 because you have armor layered on top of armor.
So that one stacks, but courage doesn't.
Well, not necessarily. Here. I kind of like. Let's just keep it the way. Just have a 2. Sorry. Just have a 2.
I'll write anything. Wait till he's done talking.
Yeah. Okay. The way things are in Conan and a lot of the 2d20 system is you can stack armor, but it doesn't add to your soak. It actually is like, for instance, like if you would take a wound on your torso, you can choose to sacrifice armor to not take the wound, but you choose which armor to actually sacrifice.
Gotcha. Okay.
But once it's sacrificed, then, like for instance, you'd say like, oh, my shirt, its structural
torn.
integrity is messed up because it's like thicker, and so your vest is still there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So then what does Tulak do? Cedric just left. She's dead silent.
You can hear the mouse scurry across the Taylor Floor.
Tulok's gonna say thank you for your kindness and your patience, and he's gonna walk out.
All right.
Dang.
Okay, so are there just look up prosthetics in the 1800s.
Okay.
Just so you. Yep.
Tulok's gonna spend that afternoon going on a little side quest before he goes back in the next morning.
Okay, what is he gonna do?
He's gonna go pick a lily,
like
or the
Frederick
closest
needs to
semblance
be
to a
too loud.
desert
Give us
flower he can
flowers.
find, and write an apology letter.
Okay. I'm not gonna even have you roll because you definitely be able to.
Definitely.
Yeah, you'd be able to find something.
Definitely.
And everyone's room does have like a little desk and paper and a quill already cut. So like that's like the rest of your day.
Well, what else are they up to anything? Because this is before her attack, right?
I'm
No,
just
this is
creating
af-
chaos.
This is.
After the attack?
I guess this could be before. Yeah, because you had all that time.
Yeah, I had a
like
lot
in
of
all
time,
reality, there's
yeah.
a whole bunch of time. So this could be before. I guess I'll just skip directly to that following morning. So
Okay.
you getting and yeah. So
So Tulok's gonna go in.
okay.
He's gonna pay her for it, and then he's going to slide over an envelope with the payment, and he's gonna leave. But in the envelope, she's gonna open it, and there's the flower that he.
In the
pressed.
envelope?
It just
Press?
smushed.
Like a
So you
compressed.
pressed it?
Did you press it or just crush it? Oh,
You know how to
That would be
press
even
it.
funnier. No, that'd be even
There's a
funnier.
difference.
Leave it like that.
okay. And also,
Tulok would know what this means,
No.
even if I don't.
okay. When you go in, it's the old gentleman actually at the.
Oh!
And it's
Okay.
the old gentleman when you walk in.
So she wasn't even there.
I walk in.
She's
You
really
two would
mad.
look cute.
Well, no, he's
He's like,
he's like
"Oh."
sewing like two different colored fabrics together, all shakily. as you're walking in, and then he tests it, and then you start like, do you ask for Lily or your
Yeah, I would
order?
ask for Lily.
And like he doesn't even turn or anything. You're guessing he's got hearing issues.
Okay.
But Lily comes out, and it looks like she's attempted to wash her hair out, and it didn't
Oh.
work out that great. So it looks kind of like a
This is sad.
He
He complimented her hair.
And
you complimented her
Come on,
really bad.
Chula.
Yeah, I know.
You complimented her,
Come on,
yeah,
Chula.
and other things, and she like walks through, does that double, like that pause, and just kind of turns around quick, and grabs your box and slides it over,
Okay.
and it's actually in a nice
is it wrapped or anything again?
kind of yeah.
So
You might
he
let her
didn't
pick up in
crush
the
it
pocket.
because I don't think he would have had what he needed to press it effectively. So he probably
a
just put
book.
it,
It's really easy
Yeah.
to press.
Yeah, it's you just put a flower in.
which is prettier, because Tulok would know how to do both.
A pressed flower is prettier
Okay,
than
so
if
then-
you like.
Then just leave it in like a vase or something.
Well, no, so that's definitely prettier. But
different.
if you're like,
He would have just we're gonna just leave it in a
Okay,
vase. We're gonna make it really easy. Just
Okay.
leave it in a vase.
All right. So like, so I'm guessing like, did you do? Okay.
just, why don't you just bring the flower to her?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
no
it's just
water,
a-
no
like a
grape,
basic-
All right,
like,
that's fine.
Just bring it.
That's fine.
Just bring the flower.
He just brings the flower and the ladder,
Okay.
and he hands it to her, and he says, "His society's good," so he'd say something good. He says,
Your society's good.
"Yeah, that's my skill. I have to my
Why
personality
is
and
your
stuff."
society so?
It just
Wait,
happened
why
to fall
is their
that way.
society good?
Yeah, guys, that's why I was so surprised. Okay, I just learned this time too, but it's
It
good.
was my
So he's gonna say, I'm not always good with people. I've spent a lot of my life in the wilds, but I'm willing to try, and I hope you'll accept my apology. And he hands her the envelope and the flower.
Roll.
And
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Okay, you want
Why-
to take some doom?
Yeah. Just one or two.
Let's do 2. Hopefully I don't roll 4 critical fails here.
Yeah, you ruin your chances forever. The
I
old
wanna-
man shoots you.
He's the old man pulls out a 6 shooter. Okay, I have to get a 9, so 1 success.
Two.
Two successes. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Because I don't have a focus. Yeah, so it's 2 successes.
You don't have a focus.
No, it's a 0 for the focus in
For-
society.
I said personality. Like
Wait,
persuasion.
I thought you said.
Oh,
Your
persuade? Oh,
yeah.
well then it's going to be 1, 2, 3 successes.
3.
Noise. I think you should be good with 3 successes.
She grabs that and like is holding things really close to her, and just kind of scurries off without giving you eye contact.
That's better, anyways. So he's gonna grab his little vest and he's gonna quickly walk out of the room.
Okay, you're nicely wrapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So it's in like
You've
it's
been
like
there
a
the whole
wrapped
time and
parcel.
you're like, was that?
I'm just
It's wrapped
looking
with
through the
ribbon.
door
It's
window.
tied in a bow, and it definitely feels more than just
You're like
that.
in between like the
Really?
Yeah.
fabrics and stuff.
Like there's
It's
more
not-
than just the vest.
Oh yeah, no, you know like the
Well, then I'm
circle
gonna
things
first
like
thing I'm gonna do
kids
is go
used
back
to
my
hide
room
in.
and
That's
open
where
it because I want to know what's
I
in it.
emerge.
Okay, you unwrap it, and
But you knock the whole thing over and you're like,
the ribbon definitely is.
So
not-
was there like that?
It was ribbon,
was like
not
that when I got
like
there.
twine.
Okay.
You open it up and you've got the so you've got the vest underneath, and you've got a it's definitely a folded 3 or 4 pages.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's let me roll something here. It's actually let's see the pages. Okay, so you've got. No, it wouldn't have been. With that roll, it wouldn't have been that. It's just a single thing, and it's like a interesting written poem to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like to me about me or
Yes.
just okay.
I think
Alright.
as he's walking out reading the poem, I'm
Yeah.
walking in
Okay.
to get my pocket.
Okay.
And I offer him a high five with my metal arm.
Oh, great. All right.
So it just looks at you and like
It falls off. And I have to, and then I go in.
Okay. Did you see the types of prosthetics for jobs?
Yeah, I did.
Isn't it interesting?
They're cool.
Like,
They're cool.
I'm like, it was so more.
There was
advanced.
some with like stuff like on the middle, like you could put like I saw someone like had a fork in it, so
Yeah.
they could actually eat and stuff like that.
that's
That's cool. I see a lot of leg ones too.
Yeah. And it can be all your choice how you take it.
the poem.
Yeah. Because it was, it would be more. It was kind of long. It was more like affectionate at the beginning, and then like that weird confused feeling,
Hmm.
and then kind of like open-ended question in poetry form.
Fuck.
Slide in.
He's not gonna say anything just yet.
Well, I know.
Come on!
I'm
Well,
just-
you guys were like gone, like you left.
Come
it.
on.
Yeah.
No, I know, but he's not gonna like run
Imagine
over there
coming
and talk to
home
her.
to a loved one.
Yeah. So. Okay. So now, we spent
Take
time
it
there.
from me, Cedric. Sorry, I'm
Don't
done.
take anything.
Yeah, you made it so much harder than it had to be.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I'm here for chaos, and that's it.
I
I love that you're playing this game.
also put in consideration Cedric is straight up crazy.
Yeah.
Like unhinged.
Yeah.
Like.
And a drunk. Borderline.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So I've spent time on that. Now, all right. Apologies, everyone. That's just really funny. Everything that's happening.
Crazy.
Okay.
Back to a regular scheduled programming.
None of it's regular, but.
Yeah. Well, pretty much. And just so you guys know, I try to have like a really action-packed one, and then we try to have like just to kind of let our emotions kind of. But anything can always happen. So, Frederick, actually, so now let's go the morning after Frederick healed
Sorry.
healed Jade.
Okay.
You actually would wake up to kind of like a hushed argument. I know you would have throughout that night you would have woken up to like hushed arguments, and you kind of because you feel you're healed but you still feel really fatigued.
Yeah.
You
That
glance
sounds
over,
terrible.
yeah, and like Thaddeus is seated right next to you, and is like whisper arguing with Winslow. He's just like, just leave, go now.
He's doing like
It's
a
just
hand
that-
thing to be quiet.
Well,
with
no, he
hand
just-
signals.
With his one hand,
Yeah.
he's like, and just roll me an observation because you're like,
And you still got that band on your arm.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 successes.
Do you have a focus in it?
I do not.
You don't.
In observation. I just saw it. No, I don't have a focus on it.
You don't. Okay.
I got 2 successes.
You have 3 successes.
Okay.
At the moment. And a momentum.
Nice.
Nice.
So, what I'd the gist of the art, because you're probably keeping your eyes shut, listening. It's definitely confusing because you missed part of it, but Winslow is like giving him the 3rd degree about giving the armband to you. You needed that to stay healthy. And so, and you can hear like a raspiness in Thaddeus' voice. He's like, I don't care. And then he really cares about you. I'll just put it that way. Like that's all, like, he's just like, I need her better. And then you can definitely tell that he's starting to like tear up. He's like, I couldn't, and then he's like tearing up and then angry at Winslow. I can't do anything for myself. You're doing everything for me. I couldn't save her. I couldn't stop anything. All I can do is fix her. All right? And you know what? I want you gone in the morning.
Oh!
And I want you to start what I told you to start 2 weeks ago. And he just storms out.
Winslow does?
Yep.
Wow.
Winslow needs you, Cedric.
I open the door. Rough night out. No, I don't do that.
Alright, so
I'm not trying to die.
in the morning you wake up and Thaddeus like fell asleep like next to the bed, and he actually
drool?
What?
Does he
no,
drool?
no. Well, he just fell asleep,
Just
and it looks like your hair was twirled around his finger, and he fell asleep. And you kind of glance around, and it looks like he made a bed for Kent to be by your bed.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Marry him. Now.
Yep. That's it. He cares about the dog.
The ghost dog, he can't even
What?
see.
Yeah, you can't see. Like there's like it looks like he put.
I need you to look and see if he's actually in the bed.
But
I might let her look through it.
you've never shared
We don't
anything.
know.
that-
Yeah.
That
know.
exists. You're
I might
"Hey,
be
look
like,
through
I just
this."
sneak in. Look at this.
Okay, now the way you feel, if you feel now if a life or death situation happened right now, you wouldn't be hindered at all. But the way that you feel is like extreme flu, like because you.
Yeah, I feel terrible.
Yeah, you feel fatigued, but you're not having the effects of fatigue and stuff like that. You'd lost a lot of blood, but you're totally healed up, and it like for what that does to the body would be intense.
Chaotic.
Now, as you're kind of glancing around the room, you're getting a full scope of the room. Like the one of the walls, it looks like he was testing out the green color and stuff to get it like that. There is like a gun cabinet on the one wall, and it is packed with ancient and crazy looking stuff.
Cool.
Now, you definitely would have woken up during those screams, even going in and out of consciousness. And then, like around that time, Ingrid would come in with breakfast. So, and he's still out.
Sound asleep.
Yeah, he's out.
Well, I wouldn't wake him up.
Okay.
I would let him sleep.
Okay. and she like checks up on you, and she's like glad that you're okay, and she's actually like making sure to walk around where like Kent's bed is.
She's the one that like she has the gifts,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's who I thought that
And
was.
you notice that like when she walks around, she's like looking at the bed. She definitely has cataracts. It's hardcore. Like you can see. You're like, ooh. But she gets your bed tray to you, and then she wakes up Thaddeus, and he comes to. His eyes are almost red, bloodshot. His cheeks seem to be sunken in, and his skin actually looks kind of extremely pale. So yeah.
Oh.
And he's
I don't know if I can take it off.
well, he wakes up. He's like, "Are you okay? Did you sleep okay?" Like he's like checking your forehead and everything. Yeah. What?
I would definitely ask him if he was feeling okay, since he looks so rough, without being like, "Are you feeling okay?"
Yeah.
Like I try to like bring it into
Yeah.
conversation without being like.
Okay. It doesn't matter what I feel like.
I walk in because I
What?
He's gaslighting her in reverse. So that's how I feel.
What?
That's
No,
how you feel.
No, he's just like, it doesn't matter what I feel like as long as you're okay.
I wanna walk in because I wanna.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I would go check on her too. so
Yeah, I
we
wanna
can go
console
together.
Jade because I wanna show her the things just so she could see her dog.
Okay, so you.
But as I walk in,
Well, knowing
what is
knowing
it?
Cedric, the door is slightly cracked, so you just kind of just push the door open.
yeah,
Yeah.
I walk in,
Well,
I'm
it's
like, "Good morning," and then I see Thaddeus, I go, "Oh." Okay, morning for you.
I want you to actually roll a healing for the way he looks.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
Actually,
with-
I know what it is. Actually, 14.
Ooh.
14? Wow, that's high.
Yeah, he's a.
That's awesome. Too loud, quit. Make him.
2 failures.
Alright. How bad were they?
What?
One of them
No,
was.
Oh, one was a 15, one was an 18.
Okay, so that's not.
Yeah, no
bad.
failure.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like,
Not like
critical.
critical.
All right.
But just
Man, got our hopes up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frederick, do you go in and check on him or on her? Or...
I went with him. Frederick, did you come with me too?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
whole
Frederick
gang
and
sign?
Everybody's
Okay,
here.
so this would have been after breakfast because she kind of went in purposely after she served everybody else.
Okay.
So at breakfast, Jeremiah kind of came in and he kind of issued some guests he had out the door. So yeah.
Were they the female persuasion?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Guests.
Yeah.
They were employed visitors.
Yes.
Or they
Don't know
could have
that
been
part.
guests.
Well, that's
He's
true.
charming.
Yeah.
I forgot. He is charming. It's
What was
not,
that?
but it's not charming.
I said, how frequent of guests and visitors these are, we don't know.
Probably pretty frequent.
Actually, if you guys are,
Are you gonna ask him?
have you guys been paying attention? Because I could tell you.
Yes,
Okay.
I am watching Jeremiah like a hawk because
I'm not,
I have
I'm-
not played the wishbone game with him.
Okay. So there's always at least one person, but there was 3 that left.
Whoa!
Let's go!
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Not only, I can't believe the audacity of this man stealing our luck and stealing their luck too.
Yep. Yep. That's. Yep. So you had that's what he believes. So.
Getting lucky.
So no. Gosh. So Jared.
I
So-
mean, yeah.
So, so Jeremiah just kind of, he goes down and like grabs a plate and just goes back up to his room. And he's just like, whatever. So you go into you as a group awkwardly going in.
I
just
slammed the
imagine,
door.
Like, you know when you were in like elementary school and you had to go visit other classes and the lady like shuffled in the room? That's
Yeah.
what I envision all of them doing, is like shuffling in the room together.
Nice.
Just all like, they didn't announce, they didn't say anything for a minute, they all just kind of shuffled in together.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jay?
Yeah. So Thaddeus like gets up and he's moving way slower than he usually does, and he just kind of it looks like he keeps glancing back, but he goes to his office.
I go sit by Jade. I say, I wanted to show you something since I know you're down in the dumps from getting shot. So I take out the monocle. Everybody can see it, obviously. I don't really care.
You're not trying to hide it
No.
anymore?
And I look around like so I can see where Kent is, so I can point her where to look.
Okay.
I tell her.
Now, as you're looking through it, like, you just kind of...
Just like, I guess as quick as I can to find.
Okay,
Kent.
do you want to know what you see, or are you just trying to get it to her?
I wanna know.
Well, you're not looking
I
yet.
mean, she could look. Do I see anything? Like,
You have to look and see if you see anything.
I mean, I'm looking. The main.
No, because honestly,
okay, so
otherwise you could just say, look through this, you might see your dog. Otherwise, if you're trying.
no, I'll try to find where Kent is, so like I can point her at it, so she doesn't have to look for too long.
Okay,
Because
well,
I know
you're-
it hurts your head.
You're guessing most likely first off, it's where
On the
the
bed.
dog. Yes, you look there. He's like curled up in
Yeah,
the
okay.
dog bed.
So I probably like hand this over. I'm like, look through this just very quickly over there on the dog bed.
Yep.
But don't do it too long, because you get a splitting headache, and I know you don't want that right now.
Okay, so you look through. Kent's there, and he actually lifts his head up and he like looks at you and like tips his head.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I go, I take it real
Well,
quick.
no, because she's looking. So you do you look around anywhere else?
Gives you splitting headache. That's in the back of your mind.
Splitting headache. I think I'd just glance around a little bit around the room, but I wouldn't like look for too long. But I'd look at Kent and then just kind of around.
Okay. You see like different colors of just different wisps and things in the gun cabinet. When you look at his desk, like certain pages and stuff kind of look like that. And his wardrobe definitely, being that he's not in the room, and if you see different things kind of glowing on different individuals. Not necessarily glowing, but his axe, and you're wearing the vest now. So the vest
It's a lily color.
looks cold. Like it's just a really interesting,
Yeah.
like extremely like light, like a lightish blue. The axe is looks like it has red smoke, like billowing off. That's kind of around yay high, and it's also his arm looks like wisps of red, and his eyes are looking
Oh.
kind of look like wisps of things coming out whenever he like blinks.
Sky.
And if you glance at Frederick, there's someone like hugging him from behind, just like around, like, just like kind of looking over his shoulder. And you're just like, yeah. And then Cedric, when he blinks, you see like a kind of darkness in his eyes. Yeah.
We're all messed up.
Yep. You all have had stuff happen.
Yep.
So it'd be one of those things where I'm like,
Before you hand it back, Cedric, can I see that?
Sure. Just
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna look around the room to see what I can see.
Okay.
I like how this is.
I didn't tell him anything about the headaches. Though.
Yeah, I might get one. I don't know. Well, my
How
long?
long?
My mental
How
resolve's
long are
really
you
good.
looking through
How
this?
long are you looking through it?
Long enough to see what it is, because Tulak has some experience with this material already,
Well,
right?
now you see the material, and you're kind of intrigued. So you might actually.
I've lived through it for a while, probably.
Okay. You see everything that all them. Of course, you don't see anything on yourself because you're not.
Right.
How about I take it away before he gets a headache? Like, because I know the time.
Okay.
Unless he's
because-
holding on for
because
the
you
time.
definitely would have experimented with it. Okay, so on Jade, that you see underneath her clothes an armband,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a bright gold beam of light kind of
Wow.
shooting off.
Everybody's like demonic, and then she gets the gold.
Well, but you can't
She's
see.
an angel.
No, you know that the ring's there, but it's underneath her clothes. Like you see the
Oh,
color
okay.
coming through. Her hair kind of does have like a different, like whitish glow.
Okay.
You definitely see Kent, and he's growling at you.
Oh! I'm like.
Yeah, his hair, like his hair's, like he got closer. He's in between you and Jade, but he's not like looking at your face. He's looking at something on you.
Okay, well I would make that association because Tulak's a little bit observant.
You go, okay, it's
So then
you
he
got
sees
like,
all the.
and then you're seeing your arm like the wisps. Yeah.
Did you make that
Yeah.
decision?
Stand it right back.
Yep.
There you go, Frederick.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you mine.
Too late.
But first, yeah, let me see this.
I feel like we'd
We're all
we'd
showing
also
each
be,
other ours.
We'd also be playing like cards at this point. I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
sitting there
Spades.
patting my.
So you look through, you see all of that. You look to your right slightly, and you see a familiar veil there. You're just like, you don't even want to look over there.
You don't want her to know you see her. You're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, she's right there. Ooh.
He's got like chills.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like when the hair's staying up on the back of your neck, but you're like, but I don't want to move right now.
Yep. Like that's kind of what you're feeling a lot. Now, in a life or death, looking through that, I'll have you roll like a sorcery and stuff. But this is more just having fun.
Casual.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Thaddeus does come back in. He's got. It looks like he cleaned off those papers that he was holding. And he's just going back to his desk. He's just kind of letting you guys do your thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cedric, I'm surprised you haven't attached this to any glasses to make it easier.
I don't wear glasses.
Tulak's gonna ask.
I have
for-
these goggles though, and I go.
Tulak
Yeah.
holds his hand out for the thing, the monocle again. Who has it? Has Frederick still got it, or is it Cedric?
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I have my goggles
I'm gonna
on at this
just
moment.
before it back. I'm gonna look at Thaddeus and see what I see.
I'm definitely gonna have you roll a sorcery.
Oh, great. Perfect. My sorcery is actually pretty good, so. If it's an 11, do I still roll 2 die or 3?
It's always 2.
Always 2. Well, I'm gonna give you a doom.
I whisper
We
at
got
Fred.
like a whole new stat because of you.
I wish-
I'm rolling really great.
I whisper to Frederick as they're doing this, and I say, "What did you see in there?" Because I think I noticed that his hairs were standing up.
3 successes.
Well,
Because my focus is
golden
3.
armband,
you had
ghost
failure,
dog,
right?
and
Any failures?
some
I have a 14.
really
that's my
nasty
failure.
blood
So
magic
you
stuff.
still had a failure.
and,
Any?
Oh, right, because now with
But
sorcery.
but that's with
like,
sorcery. Now
your eyes
also
look like ink sometimes.
you have true understanding, so you can re-roll that failure.
Like this
Heck
ink,
yeah.
and then I like cut my little thumb and like let it bleed a little bit, and it's like the black
Oh, that's 2 more successes.
as this
That'd
is
be-
going
So
on.
you have 5.
Yes.
You have 5
Exactly
successes.
like that.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
marijuana with your food.
Just one
What
second.
is
Um,
that?
So I was just gonna have you have 2 to be able to kind of push back the pain, but we've got 3 momentum at the moment.
Awesome.
Now, if you're glancing at Thaddeus, his cane
Mm-hmm.
looks like it's black and red smoke kind of billowing out of the case.
Okay. Same as mine, or a different color red?
Definitely different.
Okay.
Definitely different. His arms and his leg and his whole like left side
Mm-hmm.
looks. The only way that I could really put it is the way that you think death itself could be manifest.
Okay.
And all the different bands are doing different glowing, and the one area that it was that you have no
I didn't. Well, I was in there when he ripped it off and put it on her. Oh no, I wasn't because
You
I was
were-
still in
Yeah.
the trance.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you're on the
Yeah,
Right.
so you just on his arm, there's one spot that looks like it's starting to die off.
Okay.
And really on his person, that's and it's like no, he's not wearing any of his rings, so no, that's all you see on him.
Okay. Awesome. Well, then I'm just gonna give it back to Cedric.
You're not gonna say anything anyway?
To continue our conversation, Friedrich, I say, I have no idea, but I think it has to do with Hansel, so I'm looking into it. And then I walk out after I get.
Hansel.
I'm walking out, and as soon as he says that, I go, and then I turn. I pull out my thing. This is Hansel. This is my baby boy. Do you want to see him? And I show it. It's the picture of me and the severed head.
Oh,
Cool
what a beautiful.
Come with me, and I grab his arm and I pull it towards.
Wait.
I pull it. We're going to my lab. We're going to my room. And then I take him to my room with all the tubes. You know.
All right.
Welcome to my.
This is Hansel.
Just sprawl.
Isn't he beautiful? He's definitely cut open and everything. This is
I'm
Hansel.
saying what? But so you have you're dissecting this body and everything.
It's a ghoul.
It's my boy.
It's my baby boy. His name's Hansel.
How did you get a ghoul?
It's a long story.
And you could probably pour some schnapps and you just sit down and tell him. Always oh, what do you think?
And they became best friends on that day.
Are you studying the anatomy and writing a book on it for some supernatural?
I'm doing.
You're gonna make some money. What are you trying to do here?
I'm doing whatever I can with it. I'm writing down everything I can.
No.
I'm writing down how he bit me the first day we met. It was not very good, but
Oh,
me and Sadius have been working on this for a little bit.
well, I mean, I could maybe assist you with some of this.
You're always welcome in
While they're
whenever
doing
you want.
that, I would
Yeah,
ask
absolutely.
Tulok to
Well, then
help
here,
me up
Cedric,
because I
I
want to go
have something
outside
for you.
since I've been in
Ooh.
bed.
What is
yes.
it?
Thaddeus actually scooting over and trying
Magically, like a
Okay,
few
here you
years
go.
away.
to help as well.
Okay.
'Cause he's trying to
Okay.
help.
So you got me on one side.
Wait, never
and
mind.
Daddy's on the other. Okay.
No, but of course, he physically is not really able to help at all. But you can definitely.
He's like chaperoning.
No, he's literally
Trying.
trying to help, and
Aw.
he physically can't.
Oh.
Because he's you felt his strength level before, and it's like a quarter of what it was.
Well,
Okay.
I tell you that you just hang on to me.
Okay, one sec.
A necklace with a witch's bottle on it, which is basically a small blue vial. And I explained it to you. This should protect you from spirits.
I immediately pull out my monocle and
You
look at it real quick.
It's kind of. It looks like it's the bottle itself kind of. I'll have you. I want you to roll a sorcery. What? Were you milking a cow? That's what you did, right?
No, that
there.
was running away with his back.
I gotta see my sorcery. Not bad. One success.
One success. Okay.
Too good.
You kind of move it around as when it gets closer to a certain container on your desk, the darker wisps that are coming off it looks like it kind of goes into the bottle. Looks like the bottle is like a vacuum of that.
Oh, let's take it away real quick.
But then you go towards Hansel. It's the same thing with the different thing there. But then you have if you put this on, you'd have a single courage soak against horrors, specifically against horrors. But I think you already have courage soak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would it get rid of that courage soak?
No, it's just
That I already
something in
have?
addition.
So it's
Okay.
they're
So you
kinda
could use
similar.
either.
Okay, can I bring it closer to Hansel and see what happens?
Yeah.
And then I do that.
Yeah, so you bring it closer to Hansel, and it just looks like it's kind of there's energy that comes off.
So
of
it
and
doesn't seem like it's pulling the life out of
No,
it,
no,
right?
it's like it's kind of there. You're guessing if you wore it, it would be kind of if something was attacking you with a different thing, like mental attacks by definition, it would take one soak away.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I go, thank you, Frederick. I really needed this, and I look at the bite marks on my hand.
And I look at the bite marks on your hand and I go, yes, I thought the same thing.
That's real awkward.
Yep.
And then
Okay, so
But
what's-
anyway, and I
oh.
slap you on the arm and I go, I hope you enjoy it. I'll be around in
Oh, thank you.
sometime. I have some more gifts for our other friends, so I'll be right back.
What a polite.
I pull up a
excuse.
stool and I start working on Hansel again.
Okay.
Oh, great.
You like pour a drink for Frederick when you get
Oh,
back.
yeah. I pour a little drink for Hansel too, just right there.
Poured on his severed head.
No,
It's
that's
in
in,
a-
that's
it's
in a
in a-
box.
yeah.
That's in a glass
Yeah.
container.
Well, just pour that in there. Just...
Okay.
No,
so-
I'm not doing that.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Because
the,
I'm
To
okay.
let the
the
smell out.
alcohol content in there.
Well,
and then
already the alcohol and then the different alcohol you'd
Yeah,
be pouring in
yeah.
because like schnapps is a little more maple syrupy. Going in, you're like,
It'd be like a lava lamp.
yeah, it's already kind of like a lava lamp. Okay, so going back now.
It's a lamp, lava lamp.
Yeah.
That's a rarity.
That's my next project if he doesn't survive.
Oh my gosh! Like it turns.
Poor
You're not
Froggy.
lying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so everyone's room does have like a mini, like it's attached to a balcony that are,
Yeah.
there's dividers, so you can kind of step out and look out.
Is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Thaddeus he goes out with, and he's like definitely like squinting from the sun,
Oh.
but he's literally he's trying his best.
He's fighting for his life.
I grabbed Thaddeus too. Got one on each.
Do you actually reach for him?
No, I feel like he would take it as an insult.
Yep.
Yeah. No, he's. Now that I know that to tie. Yeah, he wouldn't do that. Yep. So
You're like, nope. Mm-mm.
he can just stand there and suffer. It soothes his pride, I guess. So just hanging out. What you want to talk about? Like,
I was trying to. I was trying to get over the thought of like you being like.
Thaddeus?
Yeah, like you reach out and you're like, mm. I'd ask about your axe.
What about it?
I'd ask, cause we talked about, I know, I'm trying to remember what Jaden Tulip talks about the axe before, but I'd ask,
If I recall, all they talked about was the fact that it's a clue to finding his missing dad, which is why he's here.
Yep.
I'd ask you if you got it from your dad.
I did. Are you trying to keep this from Thaddeus, or are you just talking?
I'm just.
Okay, I just wanted to know how to answer if you're like trying to be like, yeah. Just asking, just making sure. Yeah, sort of in a way I got it from my dad. He never made it seem like he wanted me to have it, but one day I went searching for him and I found a forest of bodies, and the axe was left alone. And when I picked it up, it attached itself to me. It's been with me ever since.
That doesn't scare you at all?
And then Tulok's gonna have a flashback to the
Levitating is a bed.
And he's gonna say, well, he didn't know he levitated.
I know.
So he doesn't understand how scary it is quite yet, but he's gonna get quiet for a second. He's gonna go, it has its ups and downs.
That's a good question. Next question.
Thank you for asking that question. It has its ways of coming and going. Anyways, how are you recovering?
I'd say I'm doing better than I should be.
I'm gonna point at the armband. How long are you gonna wear that for?
Well, you can't see it.
I have a long
But I
scale.
saw it under the.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you can't see the armband itself.
Right, so I'm just gonna point at your arm.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna keep that?
I guess I'd like roll up my sleeve.
No, actually, let me start that again. How long have you had that? Because Tulok didn't know you got it from.
Oh, Thaddeus put it on my arm when I was hurt.
Hmm.
Do you look at it?
Yeah, I would look at it.
Okay. So you have to unbutton.
Yeah,
and
roll my shirt up.
it actually looks like when you if you kind of turn it, there's like two snake heads looking at each other.
Ooh, okay.
But the scales it actually looks and feels like snake skin. It actually kind of moves like it's a serpent itself, like almost alive.
Whoa.
And it like and you've had like metal on you before. You've had handcuffs on you before. Yeah, so you know that the temperature of metal usually changes with you. This one hasn't. it's still slightly cool.
Magic.
You get to see it too.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Right?
just staring at it. I'm like,
And you definitely notice when you're moving it around, like the skin moves when you move it. So that's a slight weird feeling.
That's epic.
I'm like,
At this point, can I come in?
yeah, come on in.
Everybody's on the balcony.
Oh, okay.
Gang's all here.
Am I still holding you up? Or are you kind of resting on the
Are
balcony?
you resting?
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure I was playing this right. Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, so
And then
see
I
that,
come
I'm
in.
like,
Hello.
You should.
Every
No.
console.
What'd you say, Frederick?
I'm holding him like.
I go, oh, that's neat.
the bracelet.
Neat.
Yeah.
Frederick, I'm glad you returned safely.
I have something for the both of you.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. And so I reach into my
Oh my
jacket
gosh, your
pockets,
trench
and
coat.
Yeah. What are you buying?
You want to buy a sundial?
I have a pocket watch, but anyway, no. Tulak, I was paying attention to the sky burial and how I know that the raven is a revered creature in your culture. So I made you a bracelet of raven bones and feathers while I was away.
I'm gonna hold my both hands out so I can look at it. What's it look like?
Raven bones and feathers.
It's like,
Just a pile of it.
It's been like
It's not
crafted
even all the way
together with-
rotted
with
yet.
glue and stuff.
I'm gonna. What does
Covered in
it do?
barbecue sauce.
Is there anything special about the bracelet? Did you do anything with it?
yes, I made it with Madame Lavo, and so it is imbued with special
Who dat?
powers. It should just offer more protection. It is a talisman.
Protection from what?
Raven.
Tulak's not being
Um,
rude. He just doesn't want to put anything on with magic that he doesn't understand. Yeah.
The axe?
Yeah, well, yeah. How many times he's gonna stick your hand in a bear trap, right?
Well, I guess since it's a raven and since it's revered, it was probably imbued with more of a lighter side of magic. Something that would repel the forces of evil.
Okay. So then he puts the bracelet on, he clasps forearms with Frederick. Thank you for this very kind
Just-
gift.
Oh, and everyone did notice that something was here on Jade. So I just remembered that.
Something was here, like a necklace?
Is it a breathing tube? Oh.
Got
No,
traced.
no, something had like a slight, like,
Oh, okay.
Glow.
like lighter glow.
Oh.
Did I put that there?
No.
No.
Did you have that?
Oh, okay, because I also made her a necklace.
Yep.
Well, I would ask you about that too.
She's
the
got it.
bracelet. How long have you had those?
We should get out of jewelry.
Yeah, where do you get the goose at?
You steal that?
Okay, so Frederick is still handing out gifts, so.
Oh, yeah.
Zenith.
So, Jada noticed that you have an unfortunate affinity to the undead, so I made you a nail that is used to seal coffins of vampires.
That's cool.
How do I use this?
It is a pendant.
It's a nail.
So like a necklace.
Okay. I was like, nail?
It's pretty much just a nail that's
A nail.
been bent.
Just one nail.
Yeah.
A single nail. I made this.
And so, Frederick, you know that nail, what they had done is they nailed the coffin shut even more and burnt the coffin and took the nails out of the fire.
Gotcha.
So you know it wasn't, that's how it would, yeah.
I would
Gotcha.
just
Put on top, okay.
Yeah.
So by definition, you'd have one courage soak against undead.
Oh, that's cool.
Me too. Wait, no, mine's horrors.
Horrors, not horrors.
No, I said horrors. I just said it weird.
Both useful.
Hey, I mean,
Okay,
I'm married to science.
you were asking about other things too.
Yep, the necklace. I'm gonna ask her about the story behind this necklace and what it does.
Thaddeus kind of turns and just kind of like scurries off. You can definitely tell he turned red and just kind of left. Yeah.
Oh, is this? Did he give you this on one of your dates? Oh, I'll let you tell me. I'll just let you tell me.
Thaddeus gave this to me.
Hmm. I'm gonna give you the eyebrows, like.
And if you look at it, it is like a silver pendant with what is that? It's not. It's like porcelain or something like that, and it was hand
Porcelain.
painted like with a flower on it. And there's a silver chain around.
I'm gonna look at Jade and say, it's always complicated to have relations with one's chief.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm
That
not-
was dumb.
How are things
Wouldn't
with
you
Lily?
know?
They're not going so
I heard
well.
Lily and I.
He opens his window, comes out on his
Have
balcony.
you had relations with your chief?
Is Lily your chief from like 2 balconies away?
Yeah, from the other balcony. He's outside.
I still have my goggles on.
So are you really asking?
Yeah, I asked that. I asked
Okay.
I asked that.
I'm gonna look down at my feet for a moment and go, I'm not too sure about Lily yet, so we're just seeing how things go. But my point still stands.
Come on, she's cute. Give it a shot, just one date. And I'm like,
We're out in the open air. Everyone in the streets can hear it. I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, you're kind of glancing around. People kind of leave this building, like they're on the other side of the street usually when they're walking. This is not.
it's a back alley.
No, this is like the main street.
Yeah, we're on the
main
But
road.
everyone's just kind of. You get the.
Avoiding it.
You know that people avoid people that are associated with Thaddeus. So.
Yeah. Well, can I help you back to bed?
Huh?
No.
Okay. Alright. Well, the Tulok's gonna leave on the balcony. I'm just gonna go.
Go pay Lily a visit.
No.
Roll me a sorcery, please.
Your sword is not great, is it? No. Oh. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
2 17s.
270s. Okay. All right. Cool.
Should ask for some help.
Yeah, I was there.
I mean,
So-
all I did was go get thrown back at me, so.
Okay, so you head out. You see that Thaddeus is like at his desk.
Okay.
I mean, that's about it. When you're.
I'm gonna stop by his desk, knock on the door, or.
Well, no,
office.
he's working at the
In the
desk
room.
in his
In the room. He's in the room.
Oh,
You're
it's the same
Thaddeus.
where
Yes.
is? Oh, I forgot this is Thaddeus' room, not like a separate
Yeah,
study.
and but he
Gotcha.
does have a
Have a
separate
separate
study.
study.
Like that's the whole thing. Like he,
But he's with Jay.
Right.
yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna ask, any news of the world?
And,
What are you asking?
yeah, like
I'm asking Thaddeus.
any news of the world?
What's going
Yeah,
on?
Okay, well let me be more specific.
Like it would really help me to be more specific. Not
Okay.
just him. I mean
Okay.
specifics.
What is he asking? He's got to be tactful because he doesn't want to necessarily just ask about his dad or his ex because he knows Thaddeus has been going through it. But he also wants to know how our missions are going. So that's kind of what he's asking. He's asking any word on any of our enemies or any movement that we should be aware of?
He stops. Well, people have come back from Burnt Tree. It looks horrible.
Nice.
But the timing of when they were robbing the graves or whatever was coinciding with certain new moons, and there's not going to be another one for a month or two. I've got to look at the the charts again because it's
Okay.
not. And then he kind of gets into his kind of weird mode, kind of
Mhm.
explaining things way above your.
Yeah.
He's talking. Then he starts kind of explaining that he thinks that there's like levels of astrology and like different charts that need to line up, and he doesn't have all of them. So,
Okay.
so in all reality, you're just straight up confused.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. That's nice.
All right.
But then he talk. But in a few days, y'all can board the train and go on to your next mission with Jeremiah.
Oh.
Can I get you anything before I go? I noticed that Winslow is absent today.
He will be.
Ooh.
He will be.
Good answer.
And Ingrid can handle it. Thank you, though.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna keep on walking. Yep. Not gonna push anything with that is today.
Speaking of Jeremiah, where is that fellow?
Well, it's daylight, so he's in his room. Just probably sleeping off the night.
Has
Is he
he ever?
vampire?
Have we ever seen him in the daylight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say, is he a
We were both
vampire?
like, whoa!
Okay.
He pretty much just likes to be out at night. 'Cause
Okay.
he just
It's a lifestyle.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
lifestyle.
Gotcha. Tulok, we don't have to play this out, but Tulok's gonna try to train with Jotnar if he's training.
Yatner.
Jotnar.
Well he. Do you knock on his door?
You might die.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what he's doing.
Okay, well you haven't.
Tulok would have noticed his daily routine by now. It's been a couple
Yeah,
of days.
well, you're used to people always bringing him food. He just usually stays in his room.
Oh,
So
okay.
you knock on his door, it opens. He has no furniture.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, he's actually got like straw down on the ground and a blanket.
Whoa.
And he's got like a pile of furs that looks like his clothes are kind of in that pile too. And it doesn't smell. It smells more wilderness than it does like a room somehow.
Okay.
And he's just like just sitting there, looking at that wrapped weapon that was on his back, just sitting there staring at it.
Jotnar, would you like to train today?
I don't want to go on a train.
Do you want to practice your weapons? Do you want to work together?
Big words for.
Big word.
And he's sitting there. He's just has pants, and his suspenders are down, and he's sitting so you can see his big frame. Okay. He grabs the thing, he just stands up, puts the one suspended over, and just kind of walks past you.
Okay.
Starts going outside.
Awesome. Well, Tulok's gonna go out there with him.
Oh god.
Is there like a little training arena in the area?
There's the corral.
There's a
The
corral.
corral,
but
right? But are there like mannequins or dummies or anything we can?
There's trees.
Okay.
There's like dead trees out back.
Okay.
Farther back.
Well, Tulok's gonna drag a couple of dead trees over towards the corral, and he's gonna ask Jotnar if he wants to just practice like with the hands, if they want to use their weapons, if he wants to, whatever he wants to do. Tulok's just looking to get some physical energy out.
Okay. I've cut a lot of trees down. I don't really care to hit anymore.
Okay.
You should.
What do you want to practice?
Anything. Just want to practice with our weapons, get better for the next enemies that come.
Punching.
He's
We could
begrudging.
wrestle, I
He
guess.
begrudgingly starts unwrapping that weapon.
Yeah.
Show me your axe.
Now it would be pretty much from here to here on me.
Oh my gosh.
So the blade of the axe is like this long,
Okay.
and it's got like kind of like a spike that goes back, and it's got runes cut like engraved throughout it. The handle of it is definitely a wood that you're not like
Okay.
associated with.
Okay.
When you're looking at it, I need you to roll a discipline
Oh, cool. Okay, let me see. What
Did you say he was like Nordic?
Yeah.
Kind of like okay.
with scars and tattoos.
I really want to pass this discipline check. Let me give you a little bit of doom.
Thank you.
Actually, let me spend a momentum. I can spend it for this, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, good save.
Good catch. He doesn't need any more.
I got one success.
Dang
I was
it.
hoping for better. That's a
One-
12, right?
You have one success? Okay.
Yeah.
You had this strange, like, it's almost like you were salivating and you were wanting to take that.
Take the axe? Whoa.
And he cinches up and he wheels up and swings and it just slices through the log. And the sound happens after it's through, and it just kind of,
Oh, that's cool.
and he wraps it up again. I practiced, and he just, but you got that. You definitely know there's something, and when he did swing it, that you could roll a sorcery for me.
Okay. Oh, this one's much better. I'm gonna spend another.
Momentum.
Yep. Okay.
Sure. Use up all those momentums that you earned earlier. Who was that? Was that you?
Yeah,
That was me.
him.
Yeah. Use them up.
Well, let's just do some doom then. I don't like the sound of that.
No. You,
All right.
you-
Go ahead.
wait a minute.
2 successes, 4 successes.
Wow.
What was that just a second ago?
You did that just looking
Hey,
at
I
an
got more
axe.
than that.
Okay. You just got the sense like something not necessarily the same as what's going on with your axe being like attached to it. Is
Mhm.
something going on with him in that.
Hmm.
It's like
Like they're like a bonded.
like they're bound.
Okay.
But looking at all of his like tattoos and scarring and things, there's definitely something there that doesn't set right, that he probably is not happy about either.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well,
Actually, because you got all that, in all reality, you would know that you're guessing his body was for something else.
like it was crafted on purpose or something else?
You know how you like raise cattle for a specific purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and then you mark it and possibly have a ritual to have it housed. So that would be.
I see.
You're guessing his life was horrible.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Okay, good to know. Well, Telexa should just practice then.
So after, because you're guessing he kind of got the feeling that you were figuring stuff out. That's why he kind of hit it out.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna practice
Mm-hmm.
just throwing.
Well, throw it. He'll practice his knife forms too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Practice a little bit of mobility training.
Okay. Now. So so what do you do on the balcony, Jade?
I would like probably just soak up some sun
Okay.
since I'm like not feeling too hot after my little showdown. I just want to stand outside and
Okay.
soak up some sun and just kind of like vibe, I guess.
Okay. All right. What about you, Frederick?
I'm definitely. Well, I left earlier to go find Jeremiah.
Yep. So you're. You can knock on his door.
Yeah, let's do that. Do I know he sleeps during the day?
You got a feeling that, like, or he's just kind of resting. So you knock on his door.
Yeah, I'll knock on his door for sure.
Come on in.
Oh, that was fast. Alright. Yep.
Well, it was a little wait there, but
He
Oh,
was
okay.
waiting for you.
He's on the bed.
Oh. I was expecting that. Someone else.
This is the wrong room.
how may I be of service?
I don't know.
Do not believe we've been properly introduced.
Oh wow. I'm Jeremiah Ignatius Greywater, and you are.
Joseph Frederic Charbonneau.
Oh.
Well,
Yep.
nice to make your acquaintance.
Yes.
Leave.
He's sitting at the desk that he looks like he's kind of pulled from the wall, and he's using it more of like a area just to be like drinking his coffee.
Okay. Does he have coffee out right now?
Yep, with a single cup at the moment.
I was hoping he had some coffee.
Coffee sounds good right now, actually.
Yeah, it does.
I know. Well, you and I seem to be cut from maybe the same sort of cloth. you seem to have a rich lifestyle, and
Mhm.
am I wrong?
And he just slowly sips his coffee and sits down. He's like, "We are not from the same cloth. In no way,
Very-
shape, or form." Good day, sir.
Okay, at that point, I'm gonna dust off my duster.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And I'm just gonna get close to him and we go, alright, I have some business, and, I want to settle with you. Okay. And, I've noticed that you win anything and everything you put yourself to. And whatever you decide is always the right answer. You seem so uppity about it. I was hoping that you would play a little game with me.
Ooh,
Well, what are we wagering?
our lives.
A gentleman's wager. Over a favor.
Are you a gentleman?
Don't look
That's an
like
insult.
it. Don't look
On
like
all of the honor that is on my name, yes.
And he puts his hand out to shake your hand,
Uh-oh.
and he shakes your hand. He's like, "And I am not gentle."
Oof.
Ooh.
He says he's not a gentleman?
He's not gentle. Nope.
See,
And he's like crushes your hand. he just.
These guys are punks.
Shut up.
Yep.
I contest that squeeze.
Okay.
It's a
let's-
squeeze
let's-
off.
Yep.
It's a squeeze.
All right.
Roll against squeezes.
This will be an athletics.
Is this the bet?
Good luck, homie. Yeah.
I'd like to borrow a momentum that was.
I want to
All
walk
right.
in and then put my.
That's
Go
the
right
last
ahead.
one. You better earn it back, buddy.
I will.
Squeeze
Athletics, you
off.
say.
Yep.
Beans. I'm not great at athletics, but we're gonna try.
Okay.
I'm not even there to help you, homie. It's a
One,
handshake.
one.
Like,
Of
You're
course.
like,
Yeah, I knew that would happen.
Crushes it.
That's why I spent momentum to do that stupid stuff.
What?
The one success and a critical fail.
Ooh, he
Okay.
breaks your hand.
You're both squeezing at about the same rate, but your pinky kind of goes in, and it definitely hurts.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I hate when that happens.
Yep. And so he's like, "Well, what are we wagering?"
They're both holding hands.
So he lets
So
go.
while
Okay.
squeezing his hand and like internally dying, I pull out a wishbone, making sure that I'm holding onto the twine end that
Okay.
he doesn't see.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you serious?
But
I wonder if he can
Are you
pick up-
serious?
well, yes,
He
of
knows.
course.
He grabs it like just kind of daintily. Is this the way you're supposed to drink your tea?
Oh.
Well, yes, but it's not the way you're supposed to drink coffee.
Hey, that was a good answer. I'm proud of you for that,
Yeah.
Frederick. That was pretty good.
All right. So say when.
When?
It snaps off, and you have the bigger end.
Good. Very good.
And then he just kind of flicks the bone at you. You can get out.
Mm.
Nice making your acquaintance.
Don't, Jeff, we need him for the next mission.
The pleasure was all mine. And I stuffed that away, making sure he doesn't see the twine end.
Okay.
And I bid you adieu. Adieu. And
Alright.
leave.
Okay, so you're just on the balcony.
I would want coffee. Now that we're talking about coffee.
Okay, well,
Hey, man.
do you say anything?
Yeah, I would mention it
To Thaddeus?
To Thaddeus.
He gets up quick and like gets Ingrid's attention, and she brings coffee.
Okay, good. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. I was like,
No.
where's
Yeah, and
like wandering the halls, trying not to ask anybody for anything.
but you definitely notice that he's like trying his best to like, give you as much room as possible, but he's getting things ready on his desk for something. So it looks like.
I'd ask him what he was doing.
Oh, I cleaned up all the notes I had from the other day that I was going to show you, and I'm sorry, but I'm glad that I barged in like I did.
I am glad that you are, as you did as well.
Okay, now he's then he starts going through his notes, kind of explaining. He's like, I found notes on spiritualists about spirit guides. I did have some books on some hellhounds. There's a Scottish story about a Cusith, like a fairy greenish dog. Black Shuck, this hound the size of a horse that haunted but sometimes protects women on their way home at night. And then a children's story called The Tinderbox. And then, of course, recent mines being haunted by dogs, and there's a canyon as well. But seeing what I saw with Kent, and he glances over at the bed, this I really don't understand now, but that's what I wanted to tell you. And like, where are you standing? Like, are you?
I would be like close to the desk, but not like
Okay.
like
Okay.
like just an appropriate distance.
Okay. Because he's like not looking at you now, and then he's roll me a insight.
I'm gonna give you a doom.
Okay.
Man, I wish I could do that.
I have one success.
Okay. The body language is definitely like someone that's like really embarrassed. That's like from the one success.
Okay.
Yeah. And he offers you the coffee. He's like, just make sure you can rest. You can. This is your room while you're here now. Yours was a mess, and I'm just gonna go to my study. So I'm glad you're better. And
How long am I supposed to wear this? I like roll up my sleeve.
it's
Because it's like this conversation's a little awkward for Jade, so
Yeah.
she's like, how do I deflect this?
as long as you want. So
Well, I'd like to give it back.
definitely a pause, and he's just like, that's all up to you.
Can I just take it off and give it to you?
Yeah, you
So
can
it's
take it off whenever you want.
I would go ahead and take it
Okay.
off.
So as you're pulling it off, you definitely feel like the bottom of a snake is underneath, like moving. Yeah.
I hate snakes.
And you hand it off to him,
Yep.
and he like kind of quickly like, puts it on underneath the sleeve.
Like a practice motion, like.
Well, no, like kind of like he turns and like underneath his shirt,
Gotcha.
and
He just doesn't waste any time.
yeah, gotcha.
Noted.
So now what was, just so you know what was happening is, no matter what you roll, it's as if you used the fortune,
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
but it added a lot of doom to things.
Hmm.
Well, I'm kind of glad I got rid of it.
I don't know that fortune.
Wait.
5 doom for a fortune.
That's a lot of doom.
That's 5, but on certain things it would be more.
Oh, yeah, no, good idea.
So, but then he like almost instantaneously, he's getting more color again. So,
Good job.
yeah. Now, like the following day, like he doesn't stay in that room. Like he's actually, you're guessing he's sleeping in his study. but then the conversation the following day kind of, you know when someone's like talking to themselves, like what they want to say? Roll me an observation.
Observation, my observation is better. Just no successes.
No successes. Okay.
Seven, right?
Yeah, it's a 7. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
no
I,
successes.
do you want to succeed at a cost?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just keep this as a reminder.
Okay.
You overhear himself kind of talk, like you can kind of hear through the wall that he's like having a conversation with himself, like trying, like what he wants to say to you, like really like that awkward.
No.
And he's just like, I really care. Like the gist of it is like he really cares. He wants things to go forward, but he just keeps seeing that guy grinning and then pulling the trigger, and he couldn't do anything. And he's sorry that he's the way he is and he can't protect you.
Oh.
And he's just like, and then you can definitely hear him like starting to cry.
Oh.
Yeah. and you just like,
We need to
just-
set up a fake scenario where he like wins a fight to
Overpowers,
protect
like,
her.
Tulok or something.
well,
This is rough too, because I have like mental resolve that I took from that whole event too. So I'm like slightly traumatized from all of
well,
that.
you don't have a trauma. Oh, also the reason you didn't take a trauma is you're guessing the necklace.
Yeah.
That actually has courage. So, well, actually, that is going to be your decision. Do you have sentimental value for that?
Yes.
Okay. Is it? I'll wait to ask the amount. But now, do you want to go check on him or?
I would feel like that would like embarrass him further.
Okay. All right.
So I would leave it be
Okay.
at this time, just
Okay.
because that's like
Yeah.
someone's crying, you're like, hey, what are
Yeah.
you? What's
Well,
wrong?
He's like, yeah, just
Yeah.
And
So-
you hear papers moving again. It looks like it sounds like he kind of went back to things. Okay, I need to mark this one.
Is my advice going through your head at all? Tulok? Yeah. The tension now.
Okay, so you've got you're
really
feeling
feeling
you're feeling a lot better. You've got like 2 days before you're supposed to head on the train because he didn't necessarily reroute a train to make sure that you guys can go to this destination. He's just waiting for the time frame. Let's see here. Did I go through almost everything?
Plenty of random tangents.
Yes.
We did go through a lot of random tangents. Frederick, I'm going to go to the another adventure down in your dreams.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. You're having a nightmare kind of the actually one sec. Is there anything anyone else wants to do or like before you guys go on the next phase of things?
I don't have anything.
We talked about him Tulok trying to find a shaman, but I don't think that fits here. We might wait for
You could have
later
asked. You could have asked Thaddeus, and he could be looking into it.
Okay, yeah, then
Yeah.
he would ask Thaddeus
Okay.
to see if there's any in the area or
Okay.
close by.
All right.
The only thing is I would have spent the rest of that one day with Cedric while he like has fun with Hansel.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're awkwardly like
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And then
gross.
best bros. You guys have a
it's just
handshake
like-
now?
Oh yeah, I would have asked Thaddeus about like if he's ever had anyone try to heal his arm. Or just anything.
All right. Well, we can go through that.
Yeah.
That's are you kind of one-on-one with him?
Yeah, I'd like to be, because
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it in front of other people.
Okay. Well, he's in the office. He offers you a cigar and drink or anything because you're just chatting.
Guys
being
Yeah.
dudes.
Yep. And he's like,
Gladly.
roll me a persuasion. Your goal
Okay.
is 3.
Ooh.
I'd like to give you some doom.
Okay. Just 1.
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Because we're out of momentum.
Persuade. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about that.
Okay.
Alright.
6, 7.
I don't
And
hear it normally.
no. Just none. Nothing.
Nothing.
Should have been betting all.
Nothing at all.
Okay. He just kind of changes the conversation.
Man. Alright. Well.
Yep.
Whatever it is, I'll invest in the conversation because I actually like daddies.
Okay. You just kind of start. He's really interested in like your new gifts and stuff like that. He asked you like how your eye is feeling, like after your healing. That's how he kind of segued. He segued into that specifically. And he looks like himself now. He doesn't look sickly or anything after. So, yeah.
And then, the only other thing is I'd probably apologize because I didn't make him any gift.
Oh, that's okay. You gave me a gift far better than you could possibly imagine.
Ghost sheriff.
Sheriff
He
Duncan.
didn't
I
care about
touched his
that.
shoulder and I
Yeah.
I understand.
I was just making light of it. I know what the real gift was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for that dream then.
Okay.
You said put me in that tree.
Okay. So you
Well, if that's done then.
yeah. You go to bed. It starts in a like you're in that torture room. And you're kind of watching what you're guessing what Thaddeus was doing, and you're kind of like backing away from the wall because like seeing and feeling the malice in someone like that. But then someone grabs your hand and like kind of pulls you away, and you're in a like a really kind of like a gothic room, like with gothic arches, stonework, with like candles and stuff, and you're seated like across from Lady Death, and it's like you're having dinner. Like put that.
Oh. Okay.
And she's like playing with the outside of the room with the glass. She's like, I wanted to make sure you didn't get. I didn't want you to be hurt in any way.
Okay. And
You're just like, okay.
No, yeah, Frederick will. But yeah, the okay is from me because I always have to be like, okay, how do I think about this?
Yep.
But yeah, Frederick will sigh actually in relief because it's probably like what he remembers more often than not the days where he doesn't have nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Because of like how consistent nightmares are.
Oh yeah.
And but Frederick will actually get up from the table and get into like a dancing position and like offer a dance to Lady Death and be like,
That would be an awesome
you gave a gift to me
song.
and I wish to give a gift to you.
A dance with Lady Death. Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
All right.
I show up.
It's
Play the drum.
Sweet Jesus, no.
Like
a fast, like a recorder.
Hanzo's on the triangle.
A harmonica,
If they're
but
like
like.
suddenly an organ in the room.
Well, no, just the sound. Just the sound of an organ. Just a sound of an organ starts, and like part of the wall kind of looks like it kind of disappears, and there's like a dance floor, so you guys can dance now.
Okay.
Froggy's like, man, I'm dating all these guys.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
You're welcome. I'm not dating.
Don't worry, I took her away from you.
I killed her.
Then, so you're dancing. Are you talking or just dancing?
I'm just gonna dance because, to be honest, sometimes silence is enjoyable.
All right. Roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Persuasive silence?
What could
I
you
guess.
say?
That's another
No,
good song
well,
name.
well, because the thing is you're dancing. You could say a lot with that.
So this determines how good he is dancing.
Well, I could have other rules.
I assure you, I am a good dancer.
Yep.
Okay, so for persuasion, yeah, I didn't get anything.
Nothing. Okay.
Keeps on our toes.
Okay, so that one.
That's where I show up. Fade in.
How was your
Dancing with
acrobatics,
Hanzo.
or is your society like what would be good for you actually like doing dance? Acrobatics, society.
Probably society, but it would not have changed the outcome.
Okay, all right. So she starts asking if you're okay. Like she's concerned because you're probably kind of fumbling around as you're dancing.
It's been a while since I danced.
Okay.
I've never danced with a woman so beautiful.
Ooh.
It's been a while since I've danced
I
with a
didn't
pretty
say
good
that. I
girl.
did not.
I know. I have to really be mindful of like who I'm listening to during this.
Oh, sorry.
She's like, are you troubled by this? And she like touches your eye. Okay. Well, I
If anything, this makes me closer to you.
Oh.
You should have said, this is chicks dig scars.
Wow. Well, you kind of have, like, she kind of fades off from that conversation. And you have another stroll with her, and she's like, I want to show you something. And she kind of goes to another place, not like the crypt place, but it's kind of like another gated cemetery.
Alright.
And she's like, do you remember that one? And she points over, and there's just people kind of walking, like ghostly people walking. It's the guy that shot you in the face.
Oh my goodness.
And then you keep looking around, it's everyone who's ever hurt you that is dead.
I do remember that one, and I keep looking around because I'm actually looking for the people who died from my unit.
They're not there.
Oh, okay.
It's ones that have like
Hurt.
personally hurt you.
Alright.
So the guy who shot you in the arm, and the guy who shot you in the face.
I forgot he's been shot multiple times.
Yes, he has.
He's a bullet collector.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been shot so many times.
Yep. And there's been other situations in your life you were in a knife fight with a guy, and you both like survived, but you're guessing this guy didn't make it, like somewhere later.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, I remember all of them.
Yep. And that's why they're here. And she just kind of keeps walking with you.
Takes the creepy girlfriend thing to a whole other level.
So, does that mean if I were to forget them, they would disappear?
Oh no. They hurt someone I care about.
Ooh. With that.
Yes. I'm the only one that you care about right now?
She tilts her head and she literally is like she's thinking, yep.
And
Let's see.
what of your previous champions?
Oh. Well. Other things took them.
Okay.
Is she sad?
Yep.
She's too tired.
I don't. How can one escape death? That I don't understand.
Oh, you know nothing of me, do you? I'm not death itself. I only... You rolled really bad on your persuasion before. I'll have you
I
roll.
did?
I'll have you roll another persuasion.
All right.
Come on!
Too good.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you 2 because I'm just sucking it up with these rolls.
Okay.
All right, Daddy needs a new pair of persuasion. What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
Not the best daddy.
Okay, I'm gonna
Not
have you
the best.
succeed at a cost. So we got 2 people that have succeeded at a cost. Oh my gosh, I want it.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay,
I
she.
like
No.
Okay,
Without
she
handouts.
like you're walking,
No handouts.
and then she just starts talking about like Baron Sebedy, how he digs the grave of those that are believers in voodoo, and then Death himself, and kind of lists off all these other entities, and she's just like, I'm there for those that are taken by unnatural means.
Oh.
And, like, for instance, the one that is having fun with the dogs, he's just thinking about what he's done until there's enough time for true judgment.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Man, that sucks.
That's just the waiting room.
Yeah. That's like, where's
So
the
you go to
Beetlejuice?
hell, yeah.
About how long is that waiting period?
Couple of millennia.
I haven't been told that.
Okay.
He's like,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so, like, this is the first time you've ever heard of an entity specifically for that type of death.
Right. And so I'm just trying to understand here. For us to be together, then I would have to die in an unnatural way.
Oh my gosh, sicko. That she's been like overly flirtatious this whole time, and then starts talking kind of like a little more serious. That's only if you'd really want to.
ooh.
You, the token did choose you out of all the people over all that time. That means something. And I don't know everything. But I know that means something.
Madame, where has no one ever picked you? Has no one ever chosen to dance with you?
And she,
Where's my wife?
you want to find out?
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it wouldn't come up right here.
Yeah, I know.
So.
He's like, I'm not ready.
I
for
show
that
up.
right now."
Where's my wife?
I saw you were streaming. I hope you don't mind. I took a peek.
I'm using a special
she
device.
There's a. She looks down and to the left, and you wake up.
Ooh.
Well, alright.
Ouch.
What did he say before she did that?
Has no one chosen you before?
Oh, you nitwit! Even Tulok would have said something better than that.
That's an honest question.
Yeah, it is an honest question
Yeah.
for her. For anybody else, she would never ask that, but for her.
Yeah.
Alright, well, okay. I'm very frustrated, but that morning I'm gonna make 2 cups of coffee,
Okay.
and around my ring finger I'm gonna slice it.
Slice it?
Like around?
Yeah, like around it.
What?
I'm not gonna take it off.
He's married.
What are you using?
What do you know what
He
I'm
can use my new knife.
Okay, you're using that.
I have a
Like
new
you
knife.
did that in the morning after you chugged the coffee?
Well, the 2 cups of coffee, one's for me and one's for her.
Oh.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Look, if Baron 70 likes coffee and he can drink it.
Yes.
Can I take the coffee as he makes it?
Okay. So you
Thank
wait.
you.
Were you watching me when I slept?
I won't put it past him. Okay, so you're.
I have the coffee and I run out, but I'm trying to
You're
run
like,
where I
"I've
don't
been
spill
doing
it.
Okay, so you-
study."
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a sorcery. Just roll a sorcery for that one.
I like that. Not that dice, though you've all been treating me a very wrong way today. Shame on you, dice.
Get rid of them. Get new ones. They're cursed.
Yeah, I could. But I like these ones. What is wrong?
He got another bad one.
Can I choose at this moment to spend a fortune point?
Sure.
He's like out of
Okay,
all
that would make me feel
resources.
really good.
You need to burn those dice.
I want some human
after
bone.
today.
That'd be
Because
cool.
the
actual
one that I'm
Yeah.
choosing to
Cadaver or teeth.
maybe I
Actual
shouldn't say
human
this, but it was a
You
Can you
can't.
actually?
You have to pay. In most instances, for anything like real bone stuff, you have to pay for like a certificate that it came from like a cadaver. Cause like,
Otherwise, it could be your neighbor.
yeah,
Well, I have a whole bunch of my grandparents' teeth.
my parents
Yeah, I'd
have
have 3
a jar of
successes
my
then.
teeth,
You have
so
3?
I'll
Yeah.
give you 2.
How did that work?
I would have had 1 and then a complication, and I was like, ugh.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
I
got
don't want the complication.
okay, so you've got 3. Okay, so you slice around your ring finger and you feel definitely like the room like goes cold and you feel hands clasping around yours like stopping the bleeding
Mhm.
Mm.
and then you
I'm still there.
you're like you're blinking and then like there's like a shadow
I
there
don't think I'm there.
and then she's looking at you through the veil. Like whenever you blink, she's becoming more and more visible,
Oh.
Oh, okay.
and your hand is like healing up, and she's like, "Why did you do that?" And they're just like checking on you.
As an apology, it's not what I meant.
Well, now you're married.
No, what I said last night, it wasn't what I meant.
Well, what did you mean?
I choose you.
Madame, I am surprised that for someone so eligible and powerful that no one has officially chosen.
Wife that
For
up.
such an eligible bachelor.
And she she sits down and just starts like drinking the coffee with you.
Alright.
Does
I
anyone?
enjoy coffee? That's the Lord.
If anyone's in there, they just see the coffee going down. Cause do they see her too? It's just
no
him.
one's, has anyone tried to go into the room?
Can we
I
think of
want
a good
to,
reason,
but I don't have a reason to.
It's sunrise, right?
Yeah.
Cedric, would you like to help me make sure Frederick is packed for our mission?
You!
Of course.
Let's go check on him.
We
shall
skip
we?
down the stairs. Rainbows.
We're gonna just we're gonna open. We're gonna
Or
just
slam open the door.
Listen, we're gonna knock twice
You guys
and
had siblings before?
Before he could say
Like,
anything, just-
Yeah, before-
Younger sibling, like.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
we're gonna before you have a chance to tell us no after we've knocked. We've already pushed the door open
Okay.
because we want to check on you and see if you're ready for our train. Right?
Okay.
We see a floating coffee mug.
Well, I don't know. Or,
Okay. What? Both of you roll a sorcery.
Yes. I'm good at these.
Give me 2.
Give you 2.
E. I think my switch.
I would
Depending on
hear-
how you roll.
I would hear the running down the stairs.
We would
or-
literally run. We'd be
Yeah.
just
Oh, I
walking
feel like I'm
away.
working, and then he goes in. He goes,
I would
"Let's go
hear-
check on.
I would
Let's go
hear-
check on
Yeah.
Frederick." I'm
So
like,
I'd be like-
okay.
Because we just checked on you earlier. We just didn't play that well.
This would.
I
be-
thought that said 20.
Uh-huh.
How many successes?
2 successes.
Can I throw you a doom, sir?
You can totally do that.
I got a 2.
Just because I want to know all
But
about
that was
this
the only
person
success I
can.
got.
No, we like it.
One success.
Right.
I got 3 successes and a 19.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you have training in it, so it's not a complication.
Oh, sweet.
I
Okay,
had
so
2
3
successes.
Remember, you have true understanding. You can re-roll one failure.
Only for sorcery, right? Or-
Yep.
Okay.
Why is that?
Hey, I got 1 more success.
He has true understanding.
So I've got 4 successes.
How do you go about getting that?
it's a talent.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need that.
Well, you
Yeah,
could,
I like that.
but you can't use it for actual sorcery.
No.
Like for spell casting, it's for other things.
Oh.
So you gain 2 momentum. You guys are. You step in there and he's just like frozen.
Oh.
Frozen?
Like, he looks like he's frozen, like just in time,
Oh.
like frozen in time, and the room itself is like super cold.
Okay.
I go in front.
Like
and
you're like before as you're stepping in, you have an additional 2 momentum.
Ooh.
You
With
do
a
it.
monocle.
Yeah.
You should.
Roll. Well, you rolled. No, you rolled your sword. I'll put it as you succeeding with that. Just
Okay.
that way. You.
You're fine.
This makes it really interesting because you see 2 of him. You see the one sitting, but it looks like there's like you know how you can kind of look and see if you like push on your eye, you can kind of have 2 things that you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You see another one like sitting kind of like kitty corner from that, and across from him is a figure in a black veil, like a black veil.
As
crown.
I'm like holding it up, can I like walk behind her, and then like
Oh, no,
pointing?
no, as you
With
guys
the-
as you're walking in,
Mhm.
she like tips her head and is like looking at you.
Oh. I'm gonna
I look at Jeff with this still like with my metal hand. I go, what's this?
And she's like, your conversation with you, Frederick, she just starts talking about your day and seeing what you wanting to do. Like just having like a.
Oh, so he doesn't
breakfast
see
date.
this.
He doesn't know we're in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
Cedric,
see
what
her
do you
turn to
see?
them.
Oh, then you see her slightly turn. And she's like, "This was fun.
Oh.
Tell them they're loud." And she kind of wisps away, and your dagger. When you look at it, let me know.
Okay, I will. But I'm not gonna look at it right now.
Okay.
Because coming out of that, I'd be like, and like drink some coffee, look over, and be like,
Yeah, your coffee. You remember that you were drinking the coffee in the thing.
yeah.
You haven't drank a single drop of it, but it's still warm.
Hmm.
Very nice. Eternally warm coffee.
I'm gonna
That's
look
what I'm
at
talking about.
Frederick or Cedric and go, what did you see?
Spooky ghost lady. She looked at me and was very. She didn't want us there.
Hey.
Everything all right, Frederick? Hey. Who
is
you
that?
talking to, Frederick?
I was well, I was talking to clear my throat.
An admirer.
I was talking to someone. I was talking to an admirer and someone who I admire and who I will now have to spend a little less time with. Thank you. Sip some coffee. You're loud. Sip some more coffee.
Tell me something I don't know. Why was she all invisible like that? Why couldn't we see her at first?
Because she's not here.
Duh.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I go, duh.
Cedric, have you ever talked to someone who is not in the same realm as you?
Am I? No.
Tulok, you may or may not
No.
notice this, depending on how skilled you are in observation.
You're
but
Tulok. Your name's Tulok.
I know they may or may not notice
Yeah.
what Tulok's about to do.
Okay.
Tulok.
I think you were saying Tulok.
anyways, he looks down because when you start talking to something in another realm, that clues him in because he hasn't thought about that before, and he's gonna look down at his axe. and then look back up like, oh, maybe there's something else going on here.
And I'll continue on, and I'll say, so her realm is one where some deceased go, not all of them, and she and I are in a sort of courtship relationship.
I pull up a chair and sit down, real
You
serious.
start drinking the other.
Real
the
serious. Yeah, I
coffee.
have the other coffee, and I
Okay.
deceased
Well,
you say.
no, well, that was, I can make you some coffee. That was hers.
No.
Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Well, sure, go ahead and help yourself.
as you're drinking, you're like, it should taste like coffee. But it has this weird
Put
flavor.
some schnapps in
No,
it.
well, it has a weird flavor of like almost like lavender.
Mmm.
But then you're like smelling the coffee, like the other stuff. You're like, that's not there. It was like on the rim.
Mmm. Yeah. Huh.
Lavender coffee is good though.
And I'm very curious and deceased. So yeah, he goes, deceased you say? And very serious looking, like, I don't think anybody's ever seen Cedric this serious.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yes.
How would
Absolutely.
someone go about finding, say, another person up there? In that
It's
realm?
very easy to simply speak with them. Typically, a medium requires something that they possess that is both emotionally and spiritually attached to the person asking and the person receiving. And at that point, communication is almost basic. With a medium present, that is. If you want them to be present, it's a little different. It happened before once. I think you saw it. Did you ever see that sheriff?
No.
No, he was
No,
there.
I was in my room.
Yeah, he was being all creepy.
Yeah. I was,
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Well,
you were in.
oh, I walked
At the
in
end of
like.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
well,
And then-
you missed out on something.
I ignored that. I ignored the talking about the sheriff, and I just stand up and I go, I will be in contact with you. And then I walk out and
Okay.
I shut the door, leaving two
Well,
locked.
I look at Frederick and I go, well, see you on the train. And I open the door, and then I leave and close the door.
I took the coffee, by the way.
Right. Not first next time.
We did. Just real loud.
All right. And the dagger was left on the table, and it.
Now I'll look at it.
Okay, now it has like a musculature.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Hey, has my hair color changed at all anymore?
You're washing your face, and there's definitely like a stripe,
Cool.
but you don't look older in your face. No, actually, some of the crow's feet have gone away.
Okay. Okay.
It's a white stripe?
His hair.
Just making sure.
Like a lightning bolt.
Yep. Before everybody leaves, Thaddeus hands you like a folded envelope for where you're going, and then the other one is for you specifically,
Oh, okay.
and also a small parcel too for things. The parcel is supposed to go to the individual that you're handing it.
Okay.
So we're to the
I'm
ring
in
of
charge of
message.
the teams.
Let's see. And that's where things kind of went interesting with technology. So that's where we're going to stop this session. Yeah. See you guys next time.